Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. Today we got a 2006 Cadillac DTS, and what I'm going to show you how to do is replace the front brakes. Two methods of doing that, alright? Coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, number one thing is safety. Safety is important. So, this is how you're going to jack this vehicle up. What you're going to take your hydraulic jack it up in the center of this frame right here, and then set jack stands on both sides. For added security, we're going to leave our jack right there. All right, let's start taking our tires off. Now, if you got the original Cadillac rims, what you want to need is a flat screwdriver, and inside the rim there's going to be a little insert, a little piece right there. That's where you stick the screwdriver at. Put it in there, pop the center cap right off. Then you're going to have 5 lugs. These 5 lugs are going to be 19 millimeter or 3/4. Watch your foot. Your foot.
I'm not on your hose. Stop harassing.
All right, so I got a 19 millimeter deep. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this off. And we're going to take off the other side as well. All right? And once we finish that, pop the hood and turn the steering wheel all the way to the right. Now, if you're doing the left side first, you want to turn it all the way to the left. All right, be right back. All right, guys, we got the hood up. The next thing you want to do is take the cap off to the master cylinder, because as you're pushing those pistons back, you do not want to take a chance and damage the master cylinder by pushing the pistons back, and it messes up the master cylinder. So, also,
I don't get that.
Yeah, that's good. Also, when you're pushing back the pistons, the fluid's going to start rising out of here. And if this cylinder is, if the master cylinder cover is full, it's going to start reservoir. You know, it's. You want to explain it? You know what I'm about to say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't get it.
All right, it's going to start spilling over, and it's going to cause a mess.
Because you took the cover off.
Because you took the cap off.
Oh.
All right. So what you want to do is get you some paper towels. Loosely crumble it up, stick it inside the reservoir, just like that. So now as we pushing back the pistons, the fluid is going to back up and the paper towel is going to soak it up. You definitely want to use paper towel because it's porous. You don't want to use a rag because it's not as, it's porous but not as porous, and there's a chance that fluid is still going to come out. So having that done, let's move over to the right side where we got the steering wheel already turned over to the right. Now, here's the caliper that you got to be taking off, and inside there, you can see the brake pads. Now, we're going to do this way. You're going to take a screwdriver. Now, your pistons, this is a dual piston caliper. This is a piston inside here and a piston inside here. They're out here. So what we need to do is push those back, which is going to back up the fluid. So what you do, take your screwdriver. You're going to get it between there. Now you can take a hammer.
Where?
Between, let me see if I can spin the rotor.
So it's between the rotor?
Between the rotor and the brake pad. Now you could take a hammer or something and knock this between there. Or you can put the screwdriver between it and just twist it, and you can see it opening up.
That don't mess up the rotor?
No, not at all. And you're just going to pry it back slowly. Now, being that this is a dual piston, you're going to have to come up here and do this one, and sometimes the other one will start popping out. So what you want to do is get 2 screwdrivers. I'm going to use my pry bar here. And you want to pry back slowly until you can't go no more. Perfect. Now this is a good time to make sure your slide pins on the caliper is working. So just grab your caliper and move it back and forth, in which I cannot do that, which means this thing is actually kind of seized. So we're going to take it apart and look at it. So we got 2 bolts here. Now actually we can take off, now this, if yours slid back and forth, you could just take off that 1 bolt at the bottom and flip the caliper up. Let me see what size this is. Alright, we got a 13 millimeter. I'm using a 13 millimeter shallow socket, 3/8 drive, with my 3/8 drive ratchet. Go here, take off this. Now sometimes you can turn this and the other one will turn. You just take a pair of pliers or something and hold it in place. This one is not doing it. So we take off one, pop it out, and then you can take your caliper and flip it up. Now these are the pins I was telling you about that slides, and you can see this one is not sliding at all. And because that don't slide, it can definitely cause premature brake wear, and it'll just mess these brakes up. And this is not moving at all. Now the other one, being that I got leverage on it, let's see how I can move that one. So what we're gonna do now we gotta see if we can get this unfrozen. So we're gonna move this out of the way. We'll get us a pair of pliers or vice grips and try to twist this and get this out of here. We'll be right back. All right guys, we ready? Got my pan up under here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring this caliper back down, because what I wanna do is take off this top one too, because I wanna get that lubricated as well. And just to let you know, both bolts are the same length, so you don't have to worry about crossing them up. Now, take the caliper. Do not let the caliper hang by the brake hose, because you can damage the brake hose. What you want to do is take it out, turn it up, and let it rest just like that. All right, now we can get both our pins. All right, let's get a pair of vice grips here. Now, see this? This is rock solid. That is not moving at all. So which means either you're gonna go ahead and try to heat this up and get it, or you gotta tell the customer, listen, this ain't gonna work, and he needs a caliper bracket. Because, yeah, that's frozen. Alright guys, be right back. Alright guys, we spoke to the customer. He's got to get the caliper brackets. Now the thing is, we looked at the caliper brackets as well. It comes with the brackets, but without the pins, which is kind of dumb. So that means not only do he have to purchase the caliper brackets, but he got to get the pins separately. And just as added security for a safety concern, I want him to get the other side as well. I didn't even check it, just get it. Why take any chances? Alright, so we're at a standstill. Oh well, just not even a year boy, so that's a year nobody. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, so this is the end of part 1 on this 2006 Cadillac DTS. We were going to do front brake pads, but we came into a little problem, so we have to wait until the customer gets some more parts and then we'll come back. So stay tuned for part 2. But in the meantime, if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.